So, hello and welcome to Scenes for this month, our little extra offering that we have been recording live. We do not cheat. I promise you, we don't cheat. We only ever get one go at any scene, so this is as if live. And for some reason, I was in a Hamlet mood this month, so we have four Hamlet scenes to play for you today. And we're going to start with the farewell scene between Leontes, Ophelia, and Polonius, which I've actually just come from recording with Joelle and Jane. And so we're going to meet the brother and sister in their most relaxed moment that I think we see them, and the only time we see them together in the play. So here come Leontes and Ophelia, and at some point we then get this as well. So here we go, scene number one for this month.
My necessities are embarked. Farewell. And sister, as the winds give benefit and convoy as assist, do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet and the trifling of his favors, hold it a fashion and a toy in blood. Violet in the youth of primary nature. Forward, not permanent. Sweet, not lasting the suppliance of a minute. No more.
No more but so.
Think it no more. For nature crescent does not grow alone.
Mm,
Enthuse and bulk, and as his temple waxes, the inward service of the mind and the soul grows wide withal. Perhaps he loves you now, and now no soil or cautel doth besmirch the virtue of his fear, but you must fear his greatness weighed. His will is not his own, for he himself is subject to his birth. He may not, as unvalued persons do, carve for himself. For on his chalice choice depends the sanctity and health of the whole state. And therefore must his choice be circumscribed unto the voice and yielding of that body whereof he is the head. Then if he says he loves you, it fits your wisdom to fare to so far to believe it. And he, in his particular sect and force, may give his saying deed, which is no further than the main voice of Denmark goes withal. Then wait what loss your honor may sustain, if with too credent ear you list his songs, or lose your heart, or chest treasure open to his unmastered importunity. Fear it, Ophelia. Fear it, my dear sister, and keep within the rear of your affection, out of the shot of danger and danger of desire. Be wary then. Best safety lies in fear.
mm.
Youth to itself revels, though none else near.
Shall the effect of this good lesson keep as watchman to my heart? But, good my brother, do not, as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whilst like a puffed and reckless libertine, himself the primrose path of dalliance treads, and reeks not his own reed. Hmm?
Oh, fear me not.
Ah.
I stay too long, but
Hmm.
here my mother comes. A double blessing is a double grace. Occasion smiles upon a second leave.
Yet here, Laertes, aboard, aboard for shame. The wind sits in the shoulder of your sail, and you are stayed for there. My blessing with you. Oh, and these few precepts in my memory. See thou character. Give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thoughts his act. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. The friends thou hast and their adoption tried, grapple them to thy soul with hoops of steel, but do not dull thy palm with entertainment of each unhatched, unfledged comrade. Beware of entrance to a quarrel, but being in, bet that the opposed may beware of thee. Give every man thine ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Costly thy habit as purse may buy, but not expressed in fancy. Rich, not gaudy. For the apparel oft proclaims the man. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. For loan oft loses both itself and friend, and borrowing dulls the edge of husbandry. This above all, to thy own self be true, and it must follow as the night the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. Farewell, my blessing season this in thee.
Most humbly do I take my leave, madam.
The time invites you. Go, your servants tend.
Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I have said to you.
In my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it.
Farewell.
What is't, Ophelia, he has said to you?
So please you, something touching the Lord Hamlet.
Marry, well bethought. 'Tis told me he hath very oft of late given private time to you, and you yourself have of your audience been most free and bounteous. If it be so, as it so 'tis put on me, and that in way of caution, I must tell you, you do not understand yourself so clearly. As it behoves my daughter and your honour, what is between you? Give me up the truth.
He hath, madam, of late made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affection, pooh, you speak like a green girl, unsifted in such perilous circumstance. Do you believe his tenders, as you call them?
No, madam, what I should think.
Marry, I'll teach you, think yourself a baby, that you have ta'en his tenders for true pay, which are not sterling. Tender yourself more dearly.
Madam, he hath importuned me with love in honourable fashion,
Oh, fashion, you may call it. Go to, go to.
and hath given countenance to his speech, madam, with all the vows of heaven.
Aye, springs to catch woodcocks. I do know when the blood burns, how prodigal the soul gives the tongue vows. These blazes, daughter, giving more light than heat, extinct in both, even in their promise, as it is is a making. You must not take for fire. For this time, daughter, be somewhat scanter of your maiden presence. Set your entreatments at a higher rate than a command to parley. For Lord Hamlet believes so much in him that he is young, with a larger tether may he walk than be given to you. In few, Ophelia, do not believe his vows, 'cause they are brokers. Not of the eye, which their investments show, but mere implorators of unholy suits, breathing like sanctified and pious bonds, the better to beguile. This is for all. I would not, in plain terms, from this time forth have you so slander any moment leisure as to give words or talk with the Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you. Come your ways.
I shall in all things obey you, madam. Okay, so that was fun. Hopping on to a different pairing of Hamlet and Ophelia, Eric and Olga are now going to do the scene between Hamlet and Ophelia. Rather tragically, I realized after we'd set the scene up that we didn't have To Be or Not to Be, because I would love to get Eric to do that at some point, but maybe another time. So here is Eric, freshly released from hospital and recovering very well, which is delightful, with Olga. So Cyprus and Moscow are now going to work together and show you a little bit of Hamlet and Ophelia.
Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, Nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
Good my lord, how does your honour for this many a day?
I humbly thank you well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed long to redeliver. I pray you now receive them.
No, I never gave you aught.
My honoured lord, I know right well you did, and with them words of so sweet breath composed as made the things more rich than perfume left. Take this again, for to the noble mind rich gifts wax poorer when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than your honesty?
Aye, truly, for the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bawd than the force of honesty can translate beauty into his likeness. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? Go thy ways to a nunnery. Where's your father?
At home, my lord?
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool no way but in his own house. Farewell.
Oh, help him, you sweet heavens.
If thou dost marry, I'll give thee this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow, thou shalt not escape calumny. Get thee to a nunnery. Go. Farewell.
Oh,
Or if
heavenly
thou
powers,
wilt needs
restore him.
marry a fool, for wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. To a nunnery go, and quickly too. Farewell.
Oh, heavenly powers, restore him.
I say, we will have no more marriages. Those that are married already, all but one shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery. Go.
Oh, what a noble mind is here o'erthrown. The courtiers, soldiers, scholars, eye, tongue, sword, the expectancy and rose of the fair state, the glass of fashion and the mould of form, the observed of all observers, quite down. And I of ladies most deject and wretched, that sucked the honey of his music vows, now see that noble and most sovereign reason, like sweet bells jangled out of tune, and harsh, that unmatched form and feature of blown youth blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me! To have seen what I have seen, see what I see.
Hopping on again, we are going back to Joelle, Jane, and me again. We are now going to play the scene, the closet scene, or part of the closet scene. So Hamlet is now in his behavior. He is very much disturbing the peace of the court. Leontes is away. Ophelia has been ordered to disobey. Everything is going wrong. Hamlet is so delighted. He's just seen the play. He's really certain about what he's going to do, but Polonius has got another cunning and subtle plan. So let's see how that goes. He will come straight. Look you lay home to him. I'll silence me in here. I pray you, be round with him.
Mother.
I warrant you, fear me not. Withdraw, I hear him coming.
Now, mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, you answer with an idle tongue.
Why, how now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No, by the rood, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife. But would you are not so, you are my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come, come and sit you down. You shall not budge.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me? Help! Help!
How?
Ho!
Oh, help, help.
How now? A rat? Dead for a ducat. Dead. Ugh.
Oh,
Hey,
oh me, what hast thou done?
Hey, I know not. Is it the king?
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed is this!
A bloody deed. Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
As kill a king?
Ay, my lady, 'twas my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool, farewell. I took thee for my betters. Take thy fortune. Peace. Sit you down and let me wring your heart.
What have I done that thou dost wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty, calls virtue hypocrite, takes off the rose from the fair forehead of an innocent love, and makes a blister there.
Ay me, what act that roars so loud and thunders in the index?
Look here upon this picture, and on this the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See what a grace was seated on his brow, Hyperion's curls, the front of Jove himself, an eye like Mars to threaten or command, a station like the herald Mercury, now lighted on a heaven-kissing hill. A combination and a form indeed, where every god did seem to set his seal to give the world assurance of a man. That this was your husband. Look you now what follows. Here is your husband, like a mildewed ear blasting his wholesome breath. Have you eyes? Could you on this fair mountain leave to feed and batten on this moor? Have you eyes? You cannot call it love. For at your age, the heyday in the blood is tame, it's humble, and waits upon the judgment. And what judgment would step from this to this? What divil was it that thus cozened you at Hoodman blind? Oh, shame! Where is thy blush?
Oh, Hamlet, speak no more. Thou turnst mine eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grained spots as will not leave their tinct.
Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love over the nasty sty.
Oh, speak to me no more. These words like daggers enter in my ears. No more, sweet Hamlet.
A murderer and a villain, a slave that is not 20th part the tithe of your precedent, lord.
No more.
And the final scene for this month, here are Eric and Olga, and a little bit of me again as Horatio this time. Just for fun, we have Olga as the gravedigger meeting Hamlet and Horatio in the graveyard. Now, I forgot when we started the scene again that this is from an edited version that I did for a production that in the end never actually happened because of COVID. So this may run a little differently from some of the sort of full scene work that we do, but I think it's still a lot of fun. Hope you enjoy it.
In youth, when I did love me, thought it was very sweet. Took on all their time for my behalf. Me thought there was nothing meet.
Has this fellow no feeling of his business that he sings at grave making?
Custom have made it in him a property of easiness.
But age with his stealing steps hath caught me in his clutch, and hath shaped me until the land as if I had never been such.
That skull had a tongue in it and could sing once. It might be the pate of a politician, might it not?
It might, my lord.
Or of a courtier which could say, "Good morrow, sweet lord. How dost thou, good lord?"
Aye, my lord.
Whose grave's this, sir?
Mine, sir.
I think it be thine indeed, for thou liest in it.
You lie out on't, sir, and therefore it is not yours. For my part, I do not lie in't, and yet it is mine.
Thou dost lie in it. To be in it and say 'tis thine, 'tis for the dead, not for the quick. Therefore thou liest.
'Tis a quick lie, sir. 'Twill away again from me to you.
What man dost thou make it for?
For no man, sir.
What woman then?
For none neither.
Who is to be buried in it?
One that was a woman, sir, but rest her soul, she's dead.
How absolute the knave is. How long hast thou been a grave maker?
Of all the days of the year, I came to that day that our last king, Hamlet, came forth in Brussels.
How long is that since?
Cannot you tell that? Every fool can tell that. It was the very day that young Hamlet was born, he that was mad and sent into England.
Aye, marry? Why was he sent into England?
Why, because he was mad. He shall recover his wits there, or if you do not, it's no great matter there.
Why?
'Twill not be seen in him. There the men are as mad as he.
How came he mad?
Oh, very strangely, they say.
How strangely?
Faith, even with losing his wits.
Upon what ground?
Why, here in Denmark. I have been sexton here, man and boy, 30 years.
How long will a man lie in the earth ere he rot?
In faith, if he be not rotten before he die, he will last you some 8 year or 9 year. A tenner will last you 9 year.
Why he more than another?
Why, sir, his hide is so tanned with his trade that he will keep out water a great while. Here's a skull now. This skull was lain in the earth 23 years.
Whose was it?
A horse and mad fellow's 'twas. Whose do you think it was?
Nay, I know not.
Pestilence on him for a mad rogue. I poured a flagon of Rhenish on my head once. This same skull, sir, was Yorick's skull, the king's jester.
This?
Yep. In that,
Let me see. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times. And how abhorrent my imagination is. Gorge rises at it. Here hung those lips that I have kissed, I know not how oft. Where be your jibes now, your gambols, your songs, your flashes of merriment that were wont to set the table on a roar? No one now to mock your own jeering. Quite chopful. Now to get you to my lady's chamber, and tell her at her paint an inch thick, to this favor she must come. Make her laugh at that. Prithee, Horatio, tell me one thing.
What's that, my lord?
Dost thou think Alexander looked of this fashion in the earth?
E'en so?
And smelt so?
E'en so, my lord.
To what base uses we may return, Horatio.
Mm.
Imperial Caesar, dead and turned to clay, might stop a hole to keep the wind away. Oh, that earth which kept the world in awe should patch a wall to expel the winter's flow.
So there we are. That is our offering of scenes for you as a little extra. Thank you very much for your patronage for this month. Hope you enjoyed them. We'll be back in 2 or 3 weeks. I've lost count. 3 weeks, I think, with Love's Labour's Lost. So enjoy yourselves. Look after yourselves until then. And thank you for your patronage. and see you very soon. Take good care. Bye bye.